pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
A little bit
Foul from the one.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the FAST Renegade Cup Series live right here on JTN. We're so glad you're joining us here tonight as we head to the Pikes Peak International Raceway here in sunny, beautiful, spectacular, gorgeous Colorado. Hello and welcome, folks. My name is JoeTowNetwork up here in the booth this evening. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday night, as we're going to be turning some laps here from this roughly 1 mile oval here. It's going to be a fun time tonight here for 88 laps. Qualifying currently underway. You see drivers and cars out there right now getting a good look at how things are going. But gonna be a fun one here. NASCAR Cup Series action currently finishing up, and some things are happening. Don't want to spoil it for anyone out there, but apologize for my lack of enthusiasm here at the start, because big things just happened. Anyways, 88 laps last week. We saw Zach Rogers take home the checkered flag when we went to the Colorado Speedway. Stay out here in the Mountain State, high in the Rockies tonight. It's going to be a fun time. Rogers right now provisionally the pole sitter at 27.5. Moyer's at a 27.55 right there behind him. It's 27.49 for Rogers. I'll correct it, because I'll be corrected on it. But it's going to be a fun one here tonight, folks, from Pikes Peak. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. See Ben tuning in, Tristan tuning in. Yeah. We're ready to go. I'm ready to see cars on track for you folks at home, so I can get you through tonight's starting lineup. Right now, it's looking like, again, Zach Rogers will be on the pole here tonight. So let's go ahead and take you through tonight's starting lineup. Rogers on pole at 27.496. To his outside, it's going to be the 82 of Keith Hughes. Xander Levy and Alex Moe going to be there on row number 2. John Foreman and Cody Luke make up row number 3. Row 4 tonight is the 9 of Randall Coleman and the 43 of RJ Bishop. And then rounding out your top 10 tonight's the 45 of Ethan Dees and the 74 of Drew Fast. James Moore in the 07 and Jeff Goodpaster in the 33 make up row number 6, with Ryzen Baker and Daniel Barbosa there in row 7. Tate Dorsey and Alex Mullen both did not take a time. They'll line up back in row number 8. In row 9 tonight, it'll be the 08 of Alex Mullen and the 69 of William Gregory. Nice. And then rounding out your field of 20 tonight is the 7 of Tyler Stallhood and the 68 of Joshua Moyers. So again, field of 20 here tonight, taken to the racetrack. Interesting racetrack at that. You see Zach Rogers there. He's got Napa colors on board this week. Great to see a large field here tonight, too. I think we're gonna... I don't know how many we'll see on track here in Ampiaro. Well, looks like a majority of them. There's Moyers and his 68 Dr. Pepper machine. Interesting looking forward there. A little bit different than his typical duo. RJ Bishop, beautiful looking McDonald's Toyota. Dr. Pepper on the side. A lot of Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper representation. It's a good soft drink. It's a good soft drink. Got the 20th anniversary Baja Blast car of Alex Mullen. Mullen Sim Sport entry. There's Tyler Stallhood's DuPont colors. Was in the 77 Hurley Ford. Looks like a throwback to Kevin Harvick a little bit. Like the old GM Goodwrench car that Harvick drove in the mid-2000s. More marketable when you use an original font. Yeah. I don't know, it's nice to see more traditional fonts, though, too. The 45 again. There's the 45. Of D's. The Case Kane Racing font on that 45. And just working down the last few minutes of happy hour here. See Keith Hughes in the 82, always a threat here in the Fast Renegade Cup Series. Getting some laps in that Mountain Ops Honda. I need those Mountain Ops products tonight. Yeah, Ben, weren't some of China's medals disputed or something? Saw there was some folks saying that I didn't pay enough attention.
Drivers, to your cars.
So, drivers being called to their cars. We wait the command. Get engines fired here from Pikes Peak. Stage breakdown tonight, 25, 25, 38. Zach Rogers will be leading us to green.
Drivers, start your engines!
As there's the command and cars roll off here. Zach Rogers, Keith Hughes, 1-2 to start. And stage 1, 24 laps here tonight. Into the start zone, and away we go. Green flag, and we're racing here from Pikes Peak. Mo there in the 48 to the inside of the 24. Levy up the racetrack. Not where you want to be. Everyone trying to get down around the bottom. Caution's out for the first time tonight. Oh, got one spinning after it. Good past her. Let's see what happened here. Oh, it was a wreck down the back straightaway. A little bit of a squeeze. Looks like the 74 got the wall on exit. They were 3 wide, nowhere to go. Collects the 70, and I believe that was the 33. Let's get another look at it. That's 45, pardon. 33, though, collected behind that 45 of D's. Yeah, I'm, be some interesting interviews after the Cup race that I am going to be patiently waiting to watch. So we'll go back green, coming to lap 5 of 88. Quick caution here. Always like to see that. Into the restart zone. And back away we go. Green flag once again here from Pikes Peak. Cars fanning out here through turns 1 and 2. Way up the banking was the 24. Clips the wall a little bit. We stay green down the back straightaway. Everyone kind of sorting things out. Caution. Good passer around and out of the race. Looks like Jeff just goes around by himself. Here, outside of Josh Moyers. Also saw Randall Coleman going around. So Randall might have actually went around first. And we won't see it because we lost our cameras. Apologies there, folks. But Randall Coleman also went around. So that brings out our second caution of the night.
Drivers, to your cars.
Get your reset here, folks. Get this all situated. All right, I think we're okay now. It's already down a few cars, down to 15. So coming back to the restart, coming to lap 9, Roger's going to have control this time from the outside line. Green flag, we're back underway. Oh, Cody Luke into the wall there off of turn number 2. Big hit there. That's going to allow Keith Hughes to get to the inside heading into 3. Luke, though, able to hold on to the spot. See Tate Dorsey to the inside of John Foreman. This is for 6th. We're battling for here. Dorsey not able to get the spot. So right now the outside line seems to, if you're side by side with somebody, you want to be in that outside line, you can carry more momentum off the corner. So as things have settled out, remember, stage 1 gonna come to a conclusion at lap 25. No cautions for the stages here in the FAST Renegade Cup Series, but 25 is where we will award points. Like we had a little gap in the... Well, blip on the radar. Alex Moe to the inside of Foreman. Again, this is still for the 6th spot. Moe was able to get by Dorsey in the number 6. Alex trying to take 6th away now from the 70 car. One guy we haven't seen up towards the front so far, he was involved in that second caution of the night, the 9 of Randall Coleman. He's still mired back in the 13th position. Randall and the 9 team not having the night that they're accustomed to. This Pikes Peak track, folks, it's a fun one to race on. If you ever get the opportunity. It's an early release just for the drivers here, the FAST Renegade Cup Series for Area 23 track designs. I'll look to what the future of this track could be if NASCAR National Series were to come back at some point or another. Josh Moyers to the inside of Tate Dorsey. This for 8th. Moyers looks like he'll complete the pass. You can kind of watch in this grouping of cars here as Keith Hughes ducks to the inside of Cody Luke again, trying to take over the 2nd spot. Feels like he's a little bit quicker than Cody right now. But again, it just seems like it's so tough to pass for these drivers so far here tonight. Hughes again looking to the inside of Luke. 5 laps to go in the stage. It really seems like these cars 6th on back, maybe getting held up now by the 70. As you saw, Moe got loose on the bottom, lost 2 spots. Moyers is now going to have the task of trying to pass the 70 of John Foreman. And power to that 70 car, because, man, it's not your job to let guys pass you. It's your job to keep him behind you. He's doing a great job right now keeping those guys behind him and not doing anything out of the ordinary, right? He's running his line. Watch the battle for 4th. Levy to the outside of Bishop completes that pass. Foreman and Moyers now side by side. I think Moyers might be able to show these guys just how to get it done. He gets by that 70 car. He'll move up inside the top, or move into 6th, excuse me. I was going to say top 5, but that wasn't correct. D. Tate Dorsey is Alex Moe again battling for position here as Dorsey's trying to get around the 70. Again, wheel to wheel, just trying, kind of plodding around this racetrack right now. Back up front here, it's Zach Rogers taking home the stage 1 victory. As they come off a turn number 4. I called it a little soon, but I think the point stands. So Rogers takes home stage 1. Cody Luke, Keith Hughes, Xander Levy, RJ Bishop, your top 5. Sure, I guess. Wait. Yeah, you know. Listen, Chad. Worst part was I was getting ready to give Austin Dillon some roses for how well he drove that race, because that car was quick, did a great job, didn't put a wheel wrong, and then just all that went down the toilet and then something at the end. Upcoming races here on JTN. If you like chaos and calamity, Maverick Cup Series is coming up next 3 Tuesday nights. Watkins Glen, Michigan, and Rockingham. So a little bit of different flavors each and every week for you. You got fast road course in upstate New York, fast 2-mile oval, and then a 1.33 mile short track. So some fun racing coming up here on JTN. We encourage you to make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn notifications on so you don't miss a second of the action. Those races, of course, presented by Scheme Haven. Maverick Cup Series action next up, August 13th from Watkins Glen. Stallhood getting put a lap down, got into the wall there. Tense moments for these leaders. Is the 7's... something's wrong with the 7 car. He's either saving fuel or something else is going on. Alex Moe is now to the outside of John Foreman down into turn 1. And he'll complete the pass. This track looks like so much fun to race on, man. I don't have a lot of nights where I wish I was still out on the racetrack, but watching these guys at this track, it looks like fun. These slow, not no banking, but slightly banked racetracks, let's call it. Just look interesting. Nice and wide as well. So Tate saw how Alex got by Foreman here and said, I'll try to do it the other way. You know, watch and learn or something. I don't know. Now these drivers can go about 40 laps on a tank of fuel, so when we restarted, that would put us in like 10, 15, 20 laps or so. Oh, James Moore just slides up and puts Tate Dorsey into the outside wall. Allows Randall Coleman to also get by the 6. Tate Dorsey, man, I would, there's a couple cars I wouldn't be happy at, but now, and the 07 is probably going to the top of my list. Josh Moyers getting to the inside of RJ Bishop. Moyers, again, started out back in this race, has methodically climbed his way up the running order. Tate got shunted there, Tristan. He just got shunted. Keith Hughes again with an opportunity to get to the inside of Cody Luke. Cody. Keith Hughes all the way up next to the wall. It's going to allow Levy to get to the inside. Levi, Levy. Xander, you got to tell me. Because I keep going between the two. Whoa. There's some accusations in chat. Been the Zach Rogers show, though, since the green flag has dropped. This 19 just running his pace. Says he's at the wrong track on the back. He's at the wrong track. I wonder what the right one is. He's out in front of the field. And fixed setup here in the FAST Renegade Cup Series. So if you're looking to get in on the action, we have their Facebook group. It is linked in the video description below. You get early access to some tracks as well. When you're part of the league, you get broadcast like the races broadcast right here on JTN. Why not join the FAST Renegade Cup Series? Fixed setup. Oh, it's not an accusation, it's a cold hard fact, is what you're saying. Wow, okay. Interesting. Watch the latest McBasket Cast episode, okay. This track's just a bigger Richmond, by the way. I don't know if anyone's caught on to that just yet. Like, how bad? How bad did you do it? Obviously not enough, because he still is talking about it, I guess. I don't... Randall Coleman, Tate Dorsey, James Moore, John Foreman. These four just all underneath a blanket right now. What kind of blanket, you ask? I don't know. Whichever one you want. Be like a Sherpa, the thing. For a nice woven throw. Probably not. A comforter. Wow. Toasty. Oh no. Oh, no. Oh no. Moyers to the inside of Xander. Like how we have Dale Jr., Jeff Gordon, and then 68 car that's very reminiscent of the old Big Red Soda team with the way the paint scheme's set up. Wow. Okay. Into turn 3, Josh Moyer is going to look to get clear up off of corner number 4. Oh, it wasn't clear just yet. Needs to be able to finish the pass here, though, off of turn number 2. Ooh, 24 a little bit loose. That might give Keith Hughes an opportunity here off of 2. Here comes Hughes with the momentum down the inside on the back straightaway into turn 3. That Civic is churning now on the bottom. Xander, though, gets right on his door coming off of turn number 4. They're still side by side again. This is for the 4th position now. $16 people currently tuned in, only 5 likes. Hit the like button, folks, if you haven't already, please. I'd appreciate it if you did. It means a lot to me when you hit the like button. Tells me that I'm doing okay. If I'm not doing okay, tell me what I can do better in chat. Tell Bristol what he can do better, too, you know? These two just swapping the inside-outside right now for this 4th spot. And no, don't worry, we're coming up on pit stops, too. I think Keith's going to be able to drive away with it here. He will. But now Josh Moyers. I saw that, Blaine. I think I'm still just using the Petty V8 sound pack. ASMR with Joe. Yeah, I can get real sensual on the mic. And I don't know if that's something that you guys are looking for. But I could do like some really nice pops, you know, and open up some cans or something. I don't know. A little too sensual. Anyways, yeah, Blaine, I'm not sure. Also, I think I heard rumblings. We showed earlier is Tate Dorsey's coming down pit lane. Probably well needed for Tate with how he was struggling there. Laughing at his expense. Someone had spun, it looks like on the front stretch. Question for the booth. What is your favorite CFB game to watch? Tristan, what do you mean by that? Because I have some different answers. No, I know he means college football. I know what CFB means. But I mean, like, when you say favorite, like, I mean, I'm a University of Michigan alum, so I like watching University of Michigan football. The game every year. I do not. The game every year is obviously one that I always look forward to watching. The best one you've seen, probably the Rose Bowl this last year. Best one I've attended was Michigan OSU in 2021. Hands down. That's an easy one. Best atmosphere at a game ever that I've been to, and didn't get to go to a lot of games growing up, so didn't go to any games growing up, actually, for that matter. So my first Michigan game was as a student. So we are not JFN. That's for sure. But yeah, so best one seen in person would be that Michigan OSU game in 2021. I am not. It looks like Josh Moyers still out there. He's waiting to come and make this pit stop. He's going to give up some time, but he will win stage number 2. So get some bonus points here as we move into the final stage. So yeah, Michigan OSU 2021, best game I've been to. Michigan Army in 2019 was pretty crazy. It was really hot, so it was very uncomfortable, but that game went to overtime and people forget about it. So you can go back and look at that one. I'm sure that one was a good game to watch, maybe defensively, at least, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, favorite game, especially, would probably be the Michigan Alabama Rose Bowl this past year. That was amazing. That OU UGA 2017 Rose Bowl in the playoff, that was a spectacular game. So we're kind of waiting for things to cycle out. I believe Zach Rogers should cycle through with the race lead, so we'll watch him until timing score he gets settled down, and we'll keep going through some college football stuff, because college football is less than a month away. We're less than 2 weeks away, actually, because Florida State and Georgia Tech play in Dublin in 2 weeks, in 13 days, actually. Those are both great. Both the semifinals this year were awesome. Early picks for the CFB, I mean Georgia, right? Like, I think people are putting a lot of shine on Ohio State, and I'm sure they'll be very good. Oregon's going to be really good. Texas should be good. But all these teams have holes, right? You know, Texas is their defensive line is very new. Georgia's is they're not bringing back a lot of experience and a lot of reps, but they're still really good. Ohio State's is their offensive line is very inexperienced, but their defense is one of the best, if not the best, in the country. Oregon, how do they do playing in the Big Ten? Those are probably your four at the top. Head and shoulders above everyone else. Utah's probably a good sleeper. Utah's the trendy sleeper for everyone, though. That's fair, Tristan. That was a good game, too. I didn't like the Orange Bowl that year, believe it or not. That was not a good game. That was not a fun game. Maybe it was a fun game for you. It was not a fun game for me. All right, so things have cycled through. Zach Rogers is back out in front. He's got about a 6.5 second lead back to Cody Luke, who runs in second. Josh Moyers is third. There's Moyers right there. Alex Moe, Xander Levy, now your top five. Keith Hughes has fallen back into sixth. Now, remember, he was one of the last cars to pit. Same with Moyers. But Rogers has been able to extend his lead to almost 7 seconds now as he puts Tate Dorsey a lap down. Tate was one of the first to pit. Or no, one of the last to pit. What am I talking about? Upcoming races here on JTN, a slew of Maverick Cup Series events the next 3 Tuesday nights, kicking off with Watkins Glen, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, August 13th. August 20th, we head to Michigan a few days after I get back from the racetrack, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for that one. And then the Rockingham Speedway on August 27th. Those are your next 3 races live right here on JTN, all 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Maverick Cup Series. Tune in, it's always a good time. Always appreciate you guys in chat being lively during those as well. So, again, appreciate you tuning in. And, of course, this stuff all brought to you by Scheme Haven. $29 laps to go. When we get to the line, Zach Rogers has led all the ones that he's trying to lead. Of course, pitting, you know you're not going to lead all of them, but done a knockout job here tonight. We'll look at now at the battle for second as Josh Moyers is within distance, striking distance of Cody Luke. So the caution is out for the 3rd time here tonight on lap 60. I think it's gonna bring a lot of these drivers down the pit lane. Let's try to see exactly what happened here. It's like some damage on RJ Bishop. Oh, but it's actually Tyler Stallhood. Goes around by his lonesome in turn 3. So all the leaders coming down pit lane here. No option tires for these drivers, but the option to put on tires. Heck yeah, make basketball. Yeah, I bought a PS5 just to play that game, Tristan. And don't know if it was money well spent just yet, but I'm definitely having fun. Won't buy the one next year, though. One every couple of years would be enough. And yeah, definitely get a Series S. Kudaman 340. 91 Tennessee Notre Dame. Ball's coming back 31 down 31-7. Was okay. So Levy stays out here. He'll inherit the lead after everyone else pit. Wave around's getting waved around. So getting ready to come back to the restart, coming to lap 65. It'll be 24 laps to go. That's fair, Tristan. That's fair. Nander with control on the bottom in the 24. Zach Rogers to the outside. Everyone behind the 24 has fresh tires here. 24, one of the last cars to pit through that cycle. Toyota Camry pace car dives on in. Green flag, and we're back racing here from Pikes Peak. Good restart for the 24. He's clear down into turns 1 and 2. Now gonna get stuck here in the middle. Wash up in front of the 19. Rogers gonna go to the middle. They're 3 wide for the lead and contact down the back straightaway. 24 car losing 2, 3, 4 positions here. Old tires not paying off as they're battling for the lead up front. Rogers with momentum on the outside, able to clear Moyers. He'll retake the race lead. Moyers now in second. Battle for third between the 8 and the 24. Cody Luke now cleared with that third spot. On Foreman into the inside wall. Further on back, we stay green. He's out of the way and back rolling. Alex Moe now up into 4th. Keith Hughes into 5th. 24 struggling on the old tires, trying to keep up with everybody. And here comes Randall Coleman and RJ Bishop. They're both going to look to get by this 24 car as well. And we got a crash further at the back. Drew fast, hard into the outside wall. Stallhood also making contact. Caution number 4. And the 7 car is retired. Caution number 4 on lap 66. Here's the replay of what happened. Looks like Tyler just gets loose underneath that 74 car. And brings out our 4th caution of the night. If Tyler just gotten back on the lead lap as well, or maybe it was, well, he was a lap down. But now going to be out of this race. And a good time to remind you folks, got more racing action coming up here on JTM with under 20 to go here tonight. HRL Maverick Cup Series live from Watkins Glen, Tuesday, August 13th. August 20th from Michigan, and August 27th from Rockingham. Those races and much, much more, all going to be live right here only on JTN. Pace car lights are out. We'll go back green coming to lap 70. Zach Rogers with control on the outside line here for the restart. Warriors to his inside. Green flag. We're back underway here coming to lap 70 of 88. And a good restart from the 68. He'll be side by side with the 19 down into turn 1. Rogers taking a very high arc there. Alex Moe thought about trying to get there in the middle. That 19, though, momentum on the outside carries. Now they're battling for second behind him. We are getting very, very racy here at the front of the field right now. See some smoke there after the restart on the front straightaway. Moyers and Moe still wheel to wheel, door to door. See RJ Bishop into the wall. Caution. Not for RJ, but for Randall Coleman. And he will have to retire. It's not been a good 2 weeks for the number 19. Like Randall... he got back on the throttle, got loose. Oh, collects the 24. And that brings out our 5th caution of the night. Getting a little run of these cautions. Drivers maybe getting a little desperate here at the end of this race. Where did chat go? Where'd you guys go? Come on back. Throw me some more questions. First Tate, not right. Well, Tate's at least still out there, Tristan. Blaine was on a coffee break. Fair. Hey, okay. There's where Little Birdie told me. So originally JTM was scheduled for the September 12th. Or I'm sorry, September 10th Maverick Cup Series race. Day job got in the way of that. So Little Birdie told me Tarnation TV going to be covering that one when Maverick comes back from their Labor Day break. So make sure you go check out Tarnation. Tristan, fair. But you know what the saying is. Joe, you should make someone in the field stream with you. What is, am I that boring? Am I that boring up here in the booth? That's what I heard. Tate's racing. Heyo. So, fair. Who really gives a hoot about Tate? Oh, but it'd be cool to have... I see what you're saying. Where are the co-commentators? No one's... Tristan, you want to... I shouldn't say what came to my brain first. Did Joe refuse to pay them? The opposite. Nobody wants to work anymore. Zach Rogers with control for the restart here. Coming to lap 75 of 88 from Pikes Peak. Green flag. Great restart from the 48 of Alex Moe. He's clear down into turn 1 of Zach Rogers in the 19. Rogers, though, fighting back on the outside there in that 19 car. They're going to be side by side here off of turn number 2. Oh, Tate Dorsey's around off the front bumper at James Moore. Caution number 6. Lap 75. Wait, Blaine, you... What? Alright, real quick. Fan favorite Tate Dorsey. Went around here. James came up. Tate might have come down a little bit too. Alright, folks. I need your help. Are we saying this caution is... Oh, yeah, I think we are saying this caution's 07 up into the 6. So we'll go back green with under 10 laps to go. We've had a rash of cautions here in the late stage of this race. Tristan, you're in college. It's fine. What was that? There was an episode of Regular Show where they throw a party on a Tuesday because nobody throws parties on Tuesdays. That was a good show. I rewatched that show. Oh, it'd be so Tristan trying to commentate while washing dishes at Chili's. Tristan, I helped pay your check. I was dining at the finest dining establishment at Chili's yesterday. Gotta love that 3 for me deal. Best deal in all of fine dining right now. Regular Show's a good show. I didn't get. I think I probably didn't watch like the last season or two when it was like during its run. So I went back and watched the whole thing on Hulu last year, I believe. Maybe the year before. I'm not sure. Anyways, come back to green. Zach Rogers, Alex Moe, restart, front row, green flag. We're back underway. 9 laps to go here from Pikes Peak. Oh, I just got a plain cheeseburger, Tristan, because I'm a child. Alex Moe getting loose there on corner exit. He tried to pick up the loud pedal, wasn't able to do so, didn't have the grip in the rear tires, and he'll lose 2, 3, 4 positions off the corner. Troubling development here for the 48 team, who's been up well inside the top 5 all throughout this race, now fighting to hold on to that 5th spot. Oh, the 24's into the wall. Tate Dorsey making contact with him. Tate's trying to spin. He saved it. Okay. All right. Zach Rogers still out in front. Coming down to the end of this race here from Pikes Peak. It's been the Zach Rogers show out in front. Josh Moyers right now in second. Cody Luke, RJ Bishop, and Alex Moe, your top 5. Here comes Keith Hughes trying to find a way to the inside of that 48. Wasn't able to do so. They'll now be side by side in front of him for 4th. But Keith's going to go to the outside, and he's going to try to get around this 48. Mullen there in the 08. John Foreman also in the 70. Also, they're all battling right now, right here at the edge of the top 5, 5th place. Right now going to Keith Hughes that time at the line. 5 to go. Four more circuits for race leader Zach Rogers. It's been a dominant performance for this 19 bunch. Started on pole, he's still out in front, but Josh Moyers is starting to close the gap just itty bitty little bit. Keith Hughes going by RJ Bishop for 4th. He's going to be knocking on the door of a top 3, and the 43's into the outside wall. Overcorrects it back to the right. That's going to bring out a caution. That's going to end this race. With 3 to go that time at the line when they take the caution. Unless we get a 1-lap dash somehow, but RJ Bishop with a hellacious hit. That's gonna, it's 2 to go. Pardon me. So that will end the race. So he got loose, tried back to the right, and just a huge hit to the outside wall. And that will end it. On board Alex Mullen here. Look at that. There it goes. Field has come across the line for the white flag here. 3 Death Craver, 1 to go. Novel by Zach Rogers, now out on Amazon. Zach Rogers leading this race. Encourage you folks, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. Remember to stick around too. We'll talk with our top 3 finishers here tonight. Zach Rogers, Joshua Moyers, and Cody Luke. However, if this is where you have to leave us, again, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. It's a big deal to make sure you're subscribed. Already seeing the numbers going down, but they're going back up. Things are happening. Coming off the final corner, Zach Rogers will come to the line, and he will win here at Pikes Peak. Drivers congratulating Rogers on a dominating win tonight. Watch him do some burnouts. We'll move on to our post-race coverage. Get results here on your screens in mere moments again, folks. Can't thank you enough for watching JTN. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, doing so helps support us so much here on the JoeTow Network, JTN. Rogers will get to burn it down. He's your race winner tonight from Pikes Peak. Sorry to hear that, Tim. Hope you're feeling better soon. That was a healthy burnout. That was a very healthy burnout. So Zach Rogers, your race winner here tonight. Again, folks, stick around. Post-race coverage incoming. See if we can't get this handy-dandy little fun graphic to kind of work. 16th is Jeff Goodpaster. Things are going to look weird there, so we'll just kind of watch this. The magic of television. Look at that. Wow. Yeah. All right. I think we're going to get aggressive with these interviews tonight, folks. Get very aggressive with these interviews tonight. So all but 4 finishing on the lead lap tonight. All but 3 finishing the race. Let's go ahead and start by dialing up our second place finisher. He's the driver of the number 68, Joshua Moyers. Josh, you got a copy?
Hey, Joe, I got you loud and clear.
Hey, how you doing, man? You got a new car tonight? I mean, or at least one I hadn't seen in ever or in a bit. I don't know, but new car, new wheels. I mean, does that feel good? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm usually a Chevy guy, but the ponies were under that Ford tonight. Had some power down the straightaway. Made it a little tricky coming off turn 4, especially, but it was a fun little track tonight. Fun racing from the back and getting up there. I hated seeing that caution at the end. I know we were reeling Zach in. I don't know if I had anything for him to get around him, but now we'll never know.
Well, we saw tonight passing was difficult, and I think you alluded to the reason why. Why do you think it was so difficult to kind of get the power down on corner exit, especially if you're on the bottom?
Yeah, like especially on starts and restarts, it's like when you had cold tires, the bottom was just not the place to be. I don't know if it was grip levels or what, but it would take 4 or 5 laps getting heat in the tires before you could really attack the bottom, and it was difficult. It's like, I know there at the end I kept getting stuck on the bottom, and I was just, every time I fall back a spot before a caution come out. But we were able to rebound there and get a second place out of it.
Running from the back to the front in this race, and then kind of, you got that long green flag run that allowed you to do that. And then that last third of the race, the final stage really is just caution filled. Is that frustrating as a driver, knowing that you were maybe one of the few guys that was able to make passes consistently tonight?
Yeah, it's always nice to see it play out. When we had the first caution after the green flag pit stops, I was looking forward to that because Zach had pulled such a big lead on us. I goofed up and I stayed out to win the second stage and get the points. So I lost a little bit of time through that. But then during the pit stop, it repaired damage. So I had about a 17-second pit stop before
Not
I could
ideal.
check it. Yeah, so that right there, that got me stuck behind Cody there for a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely a lot more fun to watch the races play out naturally. When you start having cautions like that, it's kind of just you just kind of have to look after yourself and hope you don't get caught up in anything and try to get the best results you can.
Well, great result here tonight after having to start out back, Josh. Second place finish for you in the 68 bunch. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. Again, you got a lot of great folks behind you, folks to shout out. Floor is yours. You know what to do.
Yeah, first off, thank you for streaming this race. Thank you for Randall for putting it on. Hated to see that he had some bad luck tonight. Me and him are having the battle for the regular season championship. So I always hate to see when the competition has some issues, but
Yeah, but you're better than him, so
Well, I'm not going to say that, but you.
But I can
say that. But, yeah. I want to say hi to my wife. She painted the car for me. The doctor, and I'll tell you what the doctorette is. So So we like two different soft drinks. We like Dr. Pepper and we like Big Red.
Mhm.
And we saw a TikTok where you can mix them 50-50. And so we call it Dr. Red. And so she made the paint scheme based off of that. So if you're ever bored, go ahead and try it. But thanks for Ford, and thanks for everybody for showing up and putting on a good race tonight. Glad we didn't see a whole lot of yellows and could get some good long green flag runs in.
Well, Josh, again, it's always a pleasure to get the opportunity to talk with you. Congratulations on the second place result here tonight and continuing to put some great runs together here to try to claim that regular season points championship. Again, can't thank you enough for your time. Hope we're talking with you again soon, and best of luck here down the stretch.
Thank you, Joe. Have you a good night.
Joshua Moyers, driver of the number 68, your second place finisher here tonight from Pikes Peak. Let's go ahead and next bring in our third place finisher. He's the driver of the number 8 Budweiser Chevy, Cody Luke. Cody, you got a copy.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, how are you?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. Third place finish. I mean, how goes it? What kind of gelled well with you and this 8 team about this track tonight?
Well, it's kind of like last week's track. There's a lot of off throttle and brake time, and it's not kind of flat out all race, so it kind of spreads the field out. So I think it fit my driving style a lot better. But it's a great track. I've never seen Pikes Peak before, never raced on it, and
Do it again?
had like 10 minutes of practice.
Would you do it again?
Oh yeah, I'd do it again tomorrow night if they did it.
What I was sitting up here in the booth and I started to get the itch a little bit to get out there because this track just looked like a lot of fun. Not flat corners, but flatter corners with a little bit of banking that could catch you. Felt like there were 2 grooves out there. I mean, why did you think it was such a fun track outside of the, having that off throttle time?
Well, it was a really raceable track, and it kind of NR doesn't like have track evolution or dynamic track,
right.
But the way the tires wore, it kind of simulated that way. At the beginning of a run, or especially once you take the green flag, 1 or 2 laps, you have to be on the outside or you're gonna get your doors blown off. But like you seen there at the end, the last 10 laps, that last restart, I was on the outside for too long, and I tried to make something work up there, slapped the wall, and once those tires heat up to that point, that outside lane, you can't be up there, and you have to be on the bottom. But it's just a really raceable track. But I don't know what grips are with this track. I don't know really anything about any of these tracks, but this was a really good one, and I think it would be good for FAST if we had a lot more tracks that felt like this.
Oh, fair enough, Cody. A great result for you here tonight. Podium finish once again. Congratulations on it. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. You got great partners, great folks behind you. Floor is yours. You know what to do.
Well, I want to thank you, Joe, for doing a good broadcast. I want to thank Randall for putting on the league. I want to thank Budweiser for unknowingly sponsoring me for all these years. And yeah, that's about it. I can't make the Therese joke anymore. She don't own the number, so.
Yeah, screw her anyways, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Cody, congratulations on the great result here tonight. Third place finish for you in this 8 team. Again, always a pleasure to pick your brain, get your insights after the race, get an opportunity to talk with you. Hope we're talking with you again soon, man, and best of luck here down the stretch.
Yep, you too, Joe. Thank you for putting on broadcasts and all that. Hope to see you whenever you stream next, or whenever you do FAST next, or maybe you might catch me at BSR. Who knows? Who
knows? Cody Luke, he's the driver of the number 3. He's your third place, 8. He's your third place finisher here tonight. I appreciate the correction, because a lot of folks would just be like, yeah, whatever, Joe.
Yeah, screw Joe.
Yeah. Cody's like, I got this. I feel confident. That's what we like to see.
I'm coming after your job, Joe.
Do it. Take it. Take it. Somebody take it. It's okay. Cody Luke, he's the driver of the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet. He's your third place finisher here tonight. Thank you, Cody.
See you, Joe.
Let's go ahead and finally head down into victory lane and talk with the driver of the number 19, Zach Rogers. Zach, do you got a copy?
Oh, yes, I do. I got another race right after this, but go ahead.
How are you so dominant tonight?
I practiced a little before the server.
A little? So a lot?
Well, I banged the wall down half the time.
Okay.
So I got
did less of that during the race then.
I got that ironed out before practice opened
Good,
up. So when
good.
practice opened up, I think I only like tapped the wall 2 or 3 times. I
Okay.
had figured out how to avoid the wall.
Was this track as fun to drive on as it looked like it was out there?
Oh yeah. I mean, when your tires were cold, it would get loose off of 4, but then sometimes the car would just want to go straight on exit of 2. And then at the end of the run, it would do the same thing. So, I mean, it was a ton of fun, and you could get really good runs if you ran the top side, which the top was like kind of preferred probably for defensive. I never really had to use it for defensive except for restarts, but it was also good to get the heat built up in the tires faster. So yeah, it was really fun to drive. I loved it.
Another dominant performance. Maybe last week not as much, but 2 wins in a row now, at least live
3.
on JTN. Okay, let me finish the sentence.
Not live on JTN. True.
What do these guys have to do to maybe catch up with the pace that you and this 19 team have right now?
I don't know. They're all really good guys, and one of these weeks they'll get me.
Okay, all right. You don't want to give any secrets away. I mean, you can just say that.
They've got me before. I mean,
give me a nothing answer. Come on.
We ran Nashville, I think, 2 months ago, and I spent practice qualifying and happy hour watching the end of the NASCAR race. So I went into the race with 0 practice, and I still somehow found a way to get second. But I mean, Charlotte. I felt good at Charlotte, but I don't think I was the best at Charlotte, and I forget what happened in that race. But yeah, I'm totally beatable. I mean, Josh has speed, Cody has speed, Alex Moa has speed, Randall has speed when he's not in parking himself. Randall, come on, get better, Randall. Randall's. It's not really Randall's fault. It's what happens when you get distracted. But yeah, I mean, to answer your question, they'll figure it out. They'll get me. I'm not Tyler Mallon at Bomb Squad unbeatable, so they'll get me.
Fair enough. Well, Zach, I think I caught it that you got another race coming up here, so don't want to take too much.
Oh, they can wait. Ask another question.
I was going to just send you on your way and ask you.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead. Shout out all those beautiful sponsors you got at home.
This guy. Okay.
I don't know. You asked me a question.
When the hell is someone going to be in the booth with you again?
That's a good question that I apparently don't have an answer for.
See, this is why you should have hired me when we talked about it. Anyway, shout out to my painter, Cody Lamas, for painting this beautiful paint scheme. Wanted to bring out the Napa Auto Parts colors this week, and probably was a good thing considering the real life Bass Pro 19 blew up. So that was a good decision, I guess, on my part. Also got to shout out Randall for hosting the league. These last 2 races have been a ton of fun. It's been pretty fun most of the season. I've been winning a lot, so probably a little bit of bias on my part. Yeah, I mean, it is fun. Shout out Tyler Stallhood for everything he does at Fuel. Got another off week or 2 here. Well, technically, we have an exhibition next week, but I'm probably not going to run that. But yeah, shout out to him. And just shout out to all the guys that have been like a ton of fun to race with here. Josh, Cody, Alex Moe, Randall, etc. I'm probably leaving some people out. Oh, Keith and Tate. They've been pretty good fun to race too. And I'm about to go race against them over at Mondays of Thunder. So shout out Mondays of Thunder. We're only running like a 30-lap sprint at California BR, but should be a ton of fun.
Well, best of luck.
And thank you, Joe.
Oh, of course.
And you got to talk to Ricky. You got to talk to Dewey. You got to talk to Weaver, and the other 2 people that you sometimes have on. I'm sorry, I don't remember your names, but y'all. Alex Gordon is one, I think. I might be forgetting somebody, but those are the 4 I know offhand. So come on, you got to help Joe. I mean, this is what, the 4th race in a row you've done solo. Like, come on.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Zach, congratulations again on the win here tonight from Pikes Peak. Again, dominating performance. Best of luck in that Mondays of Thunder race here in a little bit. Best of luck here down the stretch at Fast. And as always, it's a pleasure to get the opportunity to talk with you, pick your brain after this race.
Thanks, Joe. Hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to watch your stream back.
Looking forward to it. Zach Rogers, he's the driver of the number 19. He's your race winner here tonight from Pikes Peak. Folks, that's going to wrap up our coverage here for the FAST Renegade Cup Series from the Pikes Peak International Raceway. Again, encourage you, if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Make sure you're following us here on JTN so you don't miss a second of the action. Remember, the next time we are live is going to be Tuesday night, Maverick Cup Series action from Watkins Glen. But again, always have to send out a big thank you to Randall Coleman, FAST Renegade Cup Series. Randall does a fantastic job running this league. It's his baby. Encourage you, if you're looking for a fixed setup league on Sunday nights, you head on over to the Fast Racing League Facebook group to find out more on how you can sign up. But with all of that being said, folks, for all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks.
3 wide for second, but Sean Whitehill is going to bring it home and win the race at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Ricky J closing up off turn 4. He's going to have a run to the inside. He blocks into the grass. Checkers out. Hardy wins it.
Ricky, what's going on in your brain right now?
Yeah, putting on 4 big rubber shoes and 2 gallons of, not 2 gallons, 2 cans of exploding dino juice here, Joe.
Down to the tunnel turn. These guys are throwing it through there and around to the back.
No.
The wall, as well as RJ Bishop. Down in front of Keith Hughes. Oh, no! Big hit. RJ Bishop. Oh, my God. Ricky J big crashed into the wall. The leaders have wrecked. Ricky J is upside down. Magoo is hard in the wall. Tyler Mallon escapes with no damage. Everybody else in this main group, including Nelly, is junk.
Through the north chute, they'll go. The 24's into the wall. Almost contact there. The 10 with the shallow entry into turn 4. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaway. Folks, the 24's in the wall. They make contact around. Napick goes on through the flip. Rich Napick's going to win the Culver Bluff 2